What's happening, my beautiful people? My name is Dirty Mike, and today, my friends, I've got another squad builder, and it's going to be expensive because it's going to be my main team for the weekend league. I'd love to improve on 36 wins from the previous weekend, and I dropped a video earlier today or yesterday, depending when this went live, of all 40 of those matches. So if that interests you, make sure to head on over there, show some love on the video. And we're starting off in the 4-3-2-1. And no, I am not playing Conte up front. Remember, this is a 3-nation limitation. I'm going to show you guys what I swap into. And do me a solid, if you enjoy the content, drop a thumbs up and get in the comments. What squad are you using? Did you pack anything in the team of the group stage? That's affecting the market, by the way. I've noticed a lot of price cuts. Might even have some long-term effects, considering that we're coming into December. But I am interested if you pack these blue cards because they look sexual. They look beautiful. On screen, we've got the 4-1-2-1-2, the second variation. And this is the first time that I've actually included a substitution in my starting lineup. So we're going to see how that treats me when I'm going into matches. It can be a little bit awkward till the ball goes out. And when you're making subs, you don't get full chem on that substitution. I believe he's supposed to come in at 6 chem. But all of this is a debate. A lot of things that we talk about in FUT, and that's why there's so many content creators, it's an opinion at the end of the day because EA doesn't confirm. They don't come out and say, yes, that's true, no, that's false, and therefore you're going to have to kind of take your own experiences and put it out there and see what people agree with or not so much. And that's another reason you see the bronze bench. But when we get into the gameplay examples, and I did play a lot of subscribers live on stream, so some of the matches are going to be live from the stream matches where I was recording on a secondary Elgato. And I would give credit to the subscribers, but you're going to see in this video, I have some pretty convincing wins, and I didn't know if they wanted their name to be included because when we're on stream, we're just having fun. We're just kicking back. And I did a couple seasons matches as well, which is all going to be Division 1 gameplay. But this is going to be the team. Usually I talk about price, but it's expensive. It's a lot. Not cheap. I don't need to go into a bunch of depth about how I have a 3 or a 4 million coin team put together on paper because you either have that kind of coinage or you don't. And what I'm going to do is tomorrow I'm going to drop a cheap squad and I'm going to drop all my rewards packs so you get that in one video. Does that sound good? The games have begun, and let's talk about the squad. During this period of the video, I definitely want to focus on what I like, what I don't like, why I'm moving players into certain positions. Let's open that up for discussion. And I clearly decided to go with Portugal because I didn't want to lose Ronaldo. It just didn't seem like that would be a good trade-off. And that's why you're seeing the prices of a Rui Costa go up or a Deco go up because people are trying to find the link-ups for Ronaldo. You're still going to see a lot of Ronaldo Sanchez, but Legends make everything easier. Legends make the dream work. If they're in the teamwork into the dream work. I'm not saying that very well, but defensively, I've gone with Alaba and Boateng, which is the classic defensive partnership. I didn't want to sell Alaba. I just felt like his price was on a down because people weren't going to build teams from Austria. However, with these new packs, I might still end up on the loss. We'll see. He's going to come back up. But let's see how long that takes because I know the market's going to be affected just based on what I've seen in terms of Twitch streamers and people on YouTube and people picking up players, etc. As we're up 3-0. We finished that game out 3-0. A pretty convincing win, as I was saying. Game number 2 is up against a Division 1 opponent. And this all happened just before FUT Champs. So these guys are a lot of the FUT Champs players. I mean, if you're in Division 1, you're clearly qualified for it. So no surprises there. We start off very fortunate. Conte kind of runs down the wing. He hasn't swapped formations yet. Lays it off 1-0. So a good way to start putting in that work. And some of my subscribers are excellent players. And then some of them also kind of dabble. Could go any range. But we always accept anyone and everyone. If you're part of the live stream, you're part of the Discord crew, then you know I'm about that life. I just want to welcome people that enjoy talking about FIFA, playing FIFA, and then kind of all the other stuff in between. But back to defense. We know what Boateng, we know what Alaba gives you. Neuer, I'll talk to you a lot more about after the weekend league because he's been good for me every time I've used him. But I want to discuss it in more depth after 40 games versus the sweaty people or those big moments where you need a save. it always gives you a little bit better understanding what goalkeepers and what players kind of show up and which ones go missing. You want people that are going to show up and show out. And then on the other side, we're using Brema and Koscielny. Koscielny, another center back that I've used plenty. And then Brema is a 5-star weak foot left back. So that's why I've swapped him over to play the right back role. I think it'll work out fine. It should be a natural position if I need to send some of those tough passes. He's a legend. He got a 5-star weak foot. I'm going to put it to the test. And I haven't put every chemistry style on these players just yet. Some of them are good to go. There might be a couple that I change, and that's about it. But remember, always use chemistry styles. It's a resource. It's to your advantage. It's in your best interest. Use them. It will only benefit you, is all that I'm saying. And then in the midfield, I've gone with that one-to-watch Conte. I can't get rid of him because he's untradeable for me, and I think Conte is just a monster this year. He's a constant in squad after squad. He's annoying, and he breaks up so many plays. And if you're a good pressure player, you're looking for traps, Conte can just kind of dictate where your opponent's going to go, not via his presence in terms of I'm pushing people around, I'm winning headers. Not that way. But he's just all over the pitch. And if you're looking to make those traps, you're looking to cut off passing angles, people have to look twice because Conte is coming. And I've actually noticed that his one-to-watch card scores a decent amount of goals, even long shots. And statistically, it doesn't say that he should be good at that, but we know stats are not everything in FIFA. There's many players that I can talk about that have beautiful stats. On paper, ooh, premium quality. In-game, maybe average, a little bit more so above average, and that's why there's overpowered players. When you look at guys like Renato Sanchez, who's stellar this year, and I've mentioned it over and over again, statistically looks good, but at a 78 overall, do you think that he'd be able to rival someone who's an 85 in the midfield or a 90? No, no way. You would never think that, and we couldn't be more wrong, and that's why he's in squad after squad. And then I got the legendary, at least in FIFA, Paul Pogba. I'm excited to have him back in my midfield. He's one of those guys that's a top-tier player. Almost one of the, well, yeah, he's a top-tier player. He's like legend status in terms of what type of quality he gives you on the pitch. There's going to be substitutions made right here, by the way. Gareth Bale's coming on, and I'm trying to think who else Willie used in this last game. It might have been Gareth Bale and Griezmann or Suarez, but that's why you saw the two bronze players. But back to Paul Pogba, 5-star skill moves, extremely physical, very big, can break up plays, long legs, long-limbed. You're going to like him. He gives you everything. He's worth it. Absolutely worth it. I'm scared to see how much you're going to lose on coins on him, but he's absolutely worth it. Rui Costa, really growing on me. I like him. And in this weekend league, he makes sense because of the Ronaldo connect to get that chem. And then Martial. I was trying to figure out, excuse me, at the very end of this. Apologies. That's probably the first time I'm going to include that into a video ever. But Martial is a player that is just good to go. I didn't know how I wanted to put everything together in this team, but I trust Martial in big moments. I've used him in a lot of weekend leagues, and so has most of you guys. He's not that expensive, especially not at this point, but he is that good, whether you're using him as a winger, a midfielder, a striker. The FIFA gods like him. He can score goals. And my apologies to the ringtone on. Usually I have that muted. But remember, guys, if you enjoyed all the content as we're kind of coming to a close here, Willie made a pause and started bringing the heat. And I made a mistake in the inside. He slots it home. What else could you expect? There's a few missed finishes in this game. A couple moments of very good goalkeeper work. But yeah, like I was saying, if you like it, make sure to drop a thumbs up. Subscribe if you're brand new. I'm happy to have you. If you have any different formats or subjects you want to see included in future squad building videos, because the FUT Champs videos, they keep coming out, let me know. We got the comments for a lot of good things. I'm going through those. But until next time, peace.